Hey guys, welcome. Sports Plus Live Podcast, episode number 66. My name is Edgar Mr. aka Rodriguez. Very weird, exciting week going on this weekend. Very good week we have going on this week. So much, and this is like a good meat of overlapping sports. We have NBA playoff basketball. We have NFL starting up this week. We still have UFC obviously going year round. Boxing is about to pick up a whole lot. College football obviously has already started. The Power 5 conferences, or 3 out of the Power 5 conferences, will be up and running this weekend. UEFA Nations, so like a European international tournament going on right now. There's so much to talk about. But so much shit going on outside of that. For example, here where I live in my state, it's on fire. Now it's snowing. So it's fire and ice. I feel like I'm on the set of Game of Thrones. And the way 2020 is going, I wouldn't be surprised if I'm part of a red wedding. I wouldn't be surprised if the Night King shows up and my niece kills him. I wouldn't be surprised from anything. Nothing's going to catch me off guard in 2020. You can't hurt me anymore, 2020. I'm already been hurt. Bright side is September. Fall's right around the corner. And, Colorado just skipped fall altogether. Went straight to winter, I guess. But with fall, that means football. Football is on its way. Now, there's still a lot of questions involving football. Revolving around football and COVID-19. There's still a whole lot to. Well, I guess, like I said, time will tell. The football's gonna start this week, and with the Texans versus the Chiefs, Thursday night, then Sunday, and then obviously 2 games Monday, as they always do. I thought they did 3. No, they do 2. Never mind. I think there's no way you can fit in 3. Can you? No way. Yeah, they do 2. I think the Broncos, Tennessee Titans, and I think Pittsburgh. Someone else. I have it pulled up here. I should probably do my job here, huh? What do you guys think? Let me log back in here real quick. NFL schedule right here. So yeah, Monday, Pittsburgh and the Giants. Weird. But yeah. Let's get into it. I definitely want to talk about the NBA playoffs. The Nuggets dropped Game 3 to the Clippers and blah, blah. We'll talk about that. Texans versus Kansas City. Now, this is this is going to be very fun. It's just going to be good to have it. I don't know how the stadium capacity is going to be, because I did hear the Chiefs are one of the few people to let fans in the stadium. Don't know how it's going to look. Don't know how it's going to sound. The Chiefs have always had the home field advantage because they're one of the loudest stadiums in the country. And then like that stadium's just like right on top of you as well. So as an opposing player, you're just like, holy shit, you probably overwhelms you sometimes. Those fans are loud, and those fans would have been extra loud, especially now that they won their Super Bowl champions. So defending champions, starting out the season against the Texans. Texans, on the other hand, have a questionable offseason, especially with Bill O'Brien. Bill O'Brien just a weird dude in general. He's a weird dude. He's also the GM, if I'm not mistaken. So I think he's calling more shots than he should. And we'll see how it goes. They let DeAndre Hopkins go for cheap to the Cardinals. They picked up Brandon Cooks from, I think he was with the Rams. Still have Will Fuller. Now, Will Fuller has injury woes, and you never know how that's going to go. You also have J.J. Watt, who also has injury woes. You don't know how that's going to go. Only one that kind of been more consistent. Well, I wouldn't say the Hopkins came as cheap. They also got David Johnson. David Johnson's not a bad running back. But you still have questions, a lot more questions need to be answered on that offense, and sometimes on defense too. They, I was thinking back to one of the first episodes. I mistook that Jadeveon Clowney played for the Texans when he was already a Seattle Seahawk. I was just thinking about that. One for the books. You're going to look back at a 1,000th episode and you'll be like, oh, I remember when Uncle Edgar fucked up Jadeveon Clowney's team mid-season. But Deshaun Watson has proven to put that team on his back and take him to W's. You saw that against was it Baltimore in the playoffs, I believe? No. Yeah, hold on. Now I got to check this shit out because this is going to bother me if I do not know who they beat. Wild card. No, they beat New England, right? No. Buffalo. Buffalo was a team they won. I think they ended up coming back on that. Let's see, 22. Yeah, it was an overtime. Buffalo 19, Houston 22. I mean, he puts the team on his back, and they end up losing to the Chiefs, I think, the next round. Let me take a look here, because this shit will bother me. AF. Divisional round. Houston lost to the Chiefs, 51-31. So last time they met, and that was the game the Chiefs came back. And they were down, 22-3 or 7, like something ridiculous. And right before the half, the Chiefs turned it around, and they never looked back. So the Chiefs are already proven, because the Chiefs already have the same set of players. They still have Watkins. They still have Hill. They don't have Damian Williams, but they did add Edwards-Helaire, signed Travis Kelce. I think they do have some defensive questions as well, but they still have pretty much the same group, and I don't see why the Chiefs will drop this, to be honest with you. I think Chiefs are the team to beat. You definitely have to look out for Baltimore Ravens as well. Baltimore plays Cleveland this weekend. The Cleveland Browns, a should-be stacked Cleveland Browns team. And now when you talk about OBJ and the Browns, you're thinking about something else now. If you guys haven't heard the rumor that OBJ likes to get shit on by girls or something like that. I don't know if it's by girls or guys. And I'm just kind of, I don't know. It's none of my fucking business. I don't care if he gets shit on. If I'm a Browns fan, I'm sitting there. If I have him on my team, a fantasy, I just catch the damn ball. Don't let that 2 girls, 1 cup shit get in your hands and slip the ball out. You have technology on your side with these damn gloves. Don't be dropping no dookie balls. All right, I'm done. I'm gonna talk about this later. I'll talk about all that shit later. We gotta look at the Ravens, but the Browns, one of the 3 teams, I believe, the 3 losses for the Ravens. The Browns gave one of the 3 losses to the Ravens last year, and handedly too. And it wasn't easy to beat the Browns if you were the Ravens. There was something there. Now, obviously, different coach. They did add a lot of offensive firepower as well. Austin Hooper on the offseason. So talking about the Browns, Austin Hooper. They did add, was it Compton? No. Can't remember the guy's name, offensive lineman. No, what's his name? Was it from the Lions? Or did we get the Lions? Dude, I'm so lost. Oh, you know what? I got technology. Why don't we fucking use it? Let me take a look here. This is what I used. AFC North. So Browns added Andrew Billings, a DT, Claiborne, Jack Conklin is what I'm thinking about, the offensive tackle. Also, that's a BJ Goodson in defense, Ronnie Harrison, Rashard Higgins. Is that a kid from CSU? If I'm not, re-signed with the team. Austin Hooper, Kareem Hunt re-signed just right now. Kevin Johnson is CB, Carl Joseph, Case Keenum as a backup, Andrew Sendejo, the safety, and then Malcolm Smith, linebacker. So they did okay at defense. Now the Ravens though. Let's take a look at Ravens. Let's see what the Ravens added on defense. Calais Campbell from Colorado, a beast. DJ Fluker, offensive guard. Pernell McPhee, linebacker. Matt Skura. Jimmy Smith re-signed with the team from CU as well. Jihad Ward, and then they signed Derek Wolfe, defensive line from the Broncos. So they beefed up the defense quite a bit on the offseason, and rightfully so. They didn't get those type of stops. They need to be able to stop their defense. They need the offense to be the defense need to do their job, slow down the offense, so that way the offense, as powerful as they are, as good as they are with Marquise Brown, Mark Andrews, not to mention the reigning MVP, Lamar Jackson. They have Mark Ingram and the kid. What's his name? The hell's his name? Damn it, too. This is gonna bother the shit me. Anyways, let's keep the Mark Ingram. Who else did they sign too? They did a lot on the defensive side. They're even talking about Antonio Brown maybe going in because Marquise Brown is his cousin. Who knows? Who knows what's his name? Isn't he a rookie? Fuck me. I gotta check this out. If I don't know, the profile. Hold on. This is gonna bother me if I don't know what is team. What's his name, guys? The other running back. Orlando, Cliff Campbell. Dude, this is really J.K. Dobbins. Isn't that the kid from Ohio State? Yep, J.K. Dobbins. Dude, I can't believe it. I knew it was like initials and then or like an acronym or some shit. J.K. Dobbins. You guys saw him run. Boy can run, damn it. Boy can run. So you're gonna have to look out for the Ravens, of course. Also for the Chiefs. I do have another team here you have to look out for. I don't know what just happened here. Obviously, you have to look out for the Saints. They're always in the mix. Anytime Drew Brees is throwing I'm going to call Drew Brees, his arm, the Freedom Cannon, because obviously he admires people who fight for the flag. As we all should. People who fight for the flag, fight for this country. And doesn't give a shit about black lives, apparently. Just kidding. Looks like he's learning. Looks like he's educating himself. Felt really, really bad. He's a good dude. I mean, I think there's some people who get passes. I think Drew Brees is get the pass. I mean, a lot of people are so uneducated. People are educated, but are very, just ignorant. They're just ignorant ass people. Drew Brees made a mistake, said some words. He probably misworded what he wanted to say. But I mean, Drew Brees is one of those guys who could get the pass. He's a nice dude. Really nice dude. We shouldn't be faulting him for his upbringing. That's just what he knows, He doesn't know anything outside of his white privilege. Let's be honest. He doesn't know anything outside. He doesn't know what it's like to be brought up in the inner city and with drugs surrounding you, domestic violence surrounding you, violence surrounding you. You know what I'm saying? So he just doesn't get these type of things. I just chalk it up to a miseducation. You're also going to have to take a look at what I just had it up here. I'm so out of it. There's so much going on. My head is spinning. NFC South and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who, of course, they added Tom Brady, Rob Gronkowski, Leonard Fournette, LaShawn McCoy, Jason Pierre-Paul, A.Q. Shipley as an offensive lineman. Ryan Suckup as a kicker. Indama Kasu. They are, if for 1 year, if they don't get even into the playoffs, that's a failure. It's a complete failure. And I think they had the best offseason of anybody ever. You signed one of the best quarterbacks. Now, 43 years old, I think is how old he's going to be. 43 years old. You have a Rob Gronkowski who took a year off. Got skinnier, got smaller. Can you get that weight back on as a tight end? You also have Leonard Fournette. Now, you had Leonard Fournette as a number 2. You have Ronald Jones at number 1 is what it sounds like. We also have LaShawn McCoy there, a veteran like LaShawn McCoy, just coming off of the Super Bowl win, I think, with the Chiefs. I think he was there. So this is a very, very big veteran squad that can make a lot of moves, that can make shit happen, that knows how to win. Been there, done that. If Bruce Arians can get this team together, get them all on the same page, this is a very dangerous team. Bruce Arians, a.k.a. the quarterback whisperer, knows how to get the best out of his quarterbacks. They're definitely the team that... Who do they play first game? Let's take a look here. I want to see who they play first. What the hell is going on here with my 2020 week 1? What the hell is this? Tampa Bay plays the Saints off the rip in New Orleans. Give me a good matchup. I think this is gonna be pretty fun to watch, and I'm definitely have my eyes glued. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be national TV. There's no way you're not gonna have Tom Brady. Tom Brady's gonna be playing on the NFC, but Fox a whole lot more. He used to be playing on CBS a lot because that's where they played a lot of AFC games. He'll be on Fox a whole lot more this week. So pretty. We'll hopefully get to hear Tony Romo commentate this game. I hope. No, Tony Romo's on CBS. Shit. They probably listened to Joe Buck and Troy Aikman. Joe Buck and Troy Aikman commentating. I'm not horrible. I don't think they're bad. Collinsworth, on the other hand, don't get me started on Collinsworth. Joe Buck's fine. What are you gonna do? We have to wait and see. Everything's just week 1. It's still fresh. No fans. No, you don't know what the fuck is going on. I don't even know what's going on. There's so much shit going on right now. I don't even know where to look. There's fire outside, then it's snowing. People apparently like to get shit on. School's up and running. Everyone has to wear masks. Can't do this, can't do that. I don't get it. My head's spinning. I'm trying to keep it together. 2020, we're almost out of it. We'll see. I just want to chalk it up already. It doesn't even matter. I'm going to put my Christmas tree up this week. And while I'm wearing my Batman onesie, I don't care anymore. Doesn't matter. Don't judge me. But there are some games this week. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you 5 games to watch this week to look out for that could be bangers, in my opinion. And then I'm going to pick 5 winners. I'm going to take a little page out of my homies from the Mutt podcast, the most underrated podcast. And I'm going to take 5 games and pick the winners out of them. And see how I do it throughout the year. I'm going to keep track, okay? So let's go here. Game number 1, Kansas City versus Houston. Could be a very lopsided game. I think Kansas City is going to take this one. So I'm going to give you my picks right now, obviously, is what I'm trying to do. Kansas City over Houston. My next pick, I'm going to go with the Browns over Baltimore. Browns, new offense. This is going to be a tighter one than it has been in last year. I think Baker Mayfield is going to get his shit together to OBJ. Oh, my God. I got to watch what I say. Baker Mayfield, OBJ is going to get this shit together. Juice Landry is still available. You obviously add in Austin Hooper. David Njoku is still available. One of the most athletic tight ends I've ever seen. Obviously beefing up the offensive line. I'm going Browns. Browns over the Patriots. I had this pulled up because I wanted to take a look at the odds here. I'm getting a little into betting a little bit more. Texans are minus 420. So what that means, the Chiefs are minus 420. So what that means, you have to put $420 down to win 100. It's up to you. You could parlay all these. It shows you where my head is fighting. You could parlay these games like 4 games. You could bet 4 games, and the odds increase. Cleveland Browns are plus 290, so they're the underdog, whereas the Baltimore Ravens are minus 375. I'm still going Browns. I still think they got the scoring power. I still think they still have Kareem Hunt, Nick Chubb. They still have big, good offense. This could be an offensive shootout. I'm going the Browns here. I'm going Colts over Jaguars. I'm going Phillip Rivers, T.Y. Hilton to bang. They also have, what's the dude, Taylor? Jonathan Taylor, is that his name? Running back. Is that the kid from Wisconsin? I can't remember. I don't remember names. I'm going Indianapolis Colts over Gordon Minshew and his boys. Just don't think Minshew magic applies here to Mormon magic like Phillip Rivers. Just don't get it. For the brand. Colts for the brand. Colts are minus 400, obviously coming as a favorite over the Jaguars. Jaguars are plus 320. Other one, I'm going Eagles over the Washington football team because Washington football team kind of, I don't know what they were trying to do. There's kind of a weird offseason for them as well. They just let go of Adrian Peterson. No Darius Geis. He decided to put hands on his old lady or something like that. So very thin team. I got to go Carson Wentz and the Eagles. Fly, Eagles, fly, puppy. Yeah, Deshaun Jackson. I don't know if Deshaun Jackson's going to be affected by his little offseason comments. I don't think so. And then I am also taking, what was it? What did I pick? Let me see, make sure I got my picks right here. I went with Chiefs, Browns, Indy, Philly, and I'm taking Denver over the Titans. This is a kind of a pick 'em. What that means is that their odds are very close together. Let me see, where is it at? Yeah, minus 110. It's a pick 'em. So minus 110 for both teams. I'm going the Broncos. I think the Broncos have what it takes to smoke that defense. They obviously have a track team out there. They also add a good defense. They have a lot of defense coming back. It's Von Miller's gonna be back. Bradley Chubb's gonna be coming back. We're just stacked. Justin Simmons. We have very, very good defense. Very quick defense. I think we're going to get to the quarterback. I think we're going to get to Tannehill. I think we're going to stuff Derrick Henry. And then what's his name? AJ Brown. Is their top receiver. Shit, you're going to get locked down, cut. You're going to get locked down, cut. Coming to Denver, cut. Those are my picks. So I'm taking Chiefs over Texans. I'm taking Browns over Ravens. I'm taking Indy over Jacksonville. Philly over Washington. And Broncos over Titans. 5. Quote me on that. I don't know too much about odds here. They're all. A lot of these teams are favored except for the Browns. If you want to bet that one straight up, I'd probably do that. So you get 100. To bet 100, if you bet 100, you get 395. It looks like. Where'd it go? 100, 290. So 2 plus 290 is what they are. That's what I'm going for. But obviously games to watch for. I mean, I already talked about it. Is the Saints versus Tampa Bay. I'm also going to watch here. You also want to take a look at where'd it go here? The New Look Dolphins and the New Look Patriots. That one might be closer than you think. The Dolphins beefed up a lot. Former Patriot Kyle Van Noy went to Miami. Obviously, you have Patriots with the new addition of Cam Newton. They still have Julian Edelman. No Tom Brady. No Rob Gronkowski. There's a lot of changes made there, so that's going to be interesting to watch. I think that's going to be interesting to watch. You might not think so because the Dolphins are involved, but who knows? I don't even know who the starter will be. Will it be Fitzpatrick? Will it be Tua Tagovailoa? They don't think they've announced a starter yet, if I'm not mistaken. I think one to watch. Let's see, another one to watch. Seahawks over Falcons. Matt Ryan versus Russell Wilson Sierra. And obviously, Seahawks always give everyone problems. One of the top teams always. Very, very competitive with Pete Carroll at the helm. Chris Carson. Who else they have? Chris Carson. I don't even remember who else they have. That's all they have is Chris Carson. But they have Russell Wilson, Sierra, and that's all they need. Like the Pete Carroll has his boys ready all the time. He has all boys all ready all the time. Falcons adding Todd Gurley to the mix kind of changes a couple things. Obviously, you have one of the best receivers ever, Julio Jones. You still have Calvin Ridley, I think. Calvin Ridley. I'm trying to think if he got something. No, it was Sanu. I'm talking about Sanu got dismissed from the Patriots. You're also adding the kid from Baltimore, tight end from Baltimore. I'm drawing blanks here, guys. I can't believe I'm on the spot and I am dropping the ball right now. I am dropping the damn ball. It doesn't matter. Let's see what else. A couple other ones you want to watch. Obviously, the start for Cincinnati Bengals versus the Chargers. These pit. Cincinnati Bengals. AJ Green's coming back. Yeah, Boyd. You obviously have Joe Burrows start this weekend. A lot of cool things to watch this weekend. And then you also want to take a look at that San Francisco 49ers versus Arizona Cardinals match. Arizona Cardinals obviously adding on one of the other best receivers out there, DeAndre Hopkins. Kyler Murray, K1, is a monster. Christian Kirk, Larry Fitzpatrick. They're a very good team. And they just got better with DeAndre Hopkins. And this is going to be very exciting to watch, especially with the returning NFC champs, San Francisco 49ers. I'm excited, man. Football is up and running. Did I give you guys 5? Hold on. Let me take a look at it. San Fran, Cincy, Patriots, Seahawks, and the Buccaneers. Yeah, I give you 5. I think I give you Fivas. I'm excited. Football's up and running. And it's going to be a fun week. Very interesting year. Because I know here in Colorado, the Denver Broncos don't allow fans until week 3. I think they're away next week. And then week 3, they'll start allowing fans like 20% capacity like everything else. So, I'm excited. Football is back in. Von Steer's ready to get some sacks. Oklahoma's about to win number 6 Big 12 championship. GSP is on the cusp of coming back. Ric Flair will never die. Biggie will never die. Number goats up here. But did want to talk about. I'm talking about college football. I'll talk about that here in a little bit. I want to talk about the NBA playoffs. And Nuggets lost last night to the Clippers. And I posted on my Facebook, but I posted on my Facebook and then posted on my Instagram, which is MRAKACO. Instagram and Twitter, Sports Plus Life. Instagram and Twitter, YouTube, Sports Plus Life. I watched the game yesterday, and I never at one point did I feel like the LA Clippers were better than the Denver Nuggets last night. I just never got that feeling. I never was like, wow, they are so much better than us last night. I never got that. I just felt like we went cold the second half, got very inconsistent, and we just had bad shot selection, bad rebounding. We got to tweak a couple things, especially down the stretch. I think the first half was great. Michael Porter Jr. posterizing Harrell, and then Joker I think did a great job of that first half. Great passing, great vision, hitting those shots. The 3-point shots were very important. Millsap didn't do too bad in the first half, but still, same thing out of him we've had is inconsistency on both ends of the court. No rebounding, getting fouls when you shouldn't be getting fouls. That's something different we could talk about here in a second. But let me take a look here. Let me go back here because I wanted to take a look. What's it? Yeah, Sunday, right? I'm trying to get this damn box score to pull up. All these damn tabs, and I can't find the right one. This one. And you pull up the box score here. Now, everyone in Denver Nuggets starting lineup had double digits. But, I mean, it's just still, we down the stretch there, we fucked up. MPJ had 18 points. Gary Harris had 10. Jamal Murray had 14. That's kind of where it hurts us. Jamal Murray going 5 of 17 from field goal. Only going to the line twice. Hitting both his free throws. That's different. 1 offensive rebound, 2 defensive rebounds, 3 defensive rebounds, 9 assists. I think we definitely need just consistency is all we need. That's how we won the game too. It's just consistent shooting, good shooting, good rebounding, defense. Defense was, I think they did well down the stretch, but they killed themselves. Just not making shots. It's just all it was. It's just unfortunate because I don't think the Clippers are better than us. I don't think George Hill is better than any of us here. Even though he had 32 points. Paul George had 32 points. And I mean, he thought he was fucking Jordan last night, didn't he? Did you see him? He was all, oh, it was so cool. Look at me and especially don't get me started on Patrick Beverley. Patrick Beverley had 7 points. Let me see here. 1 offensive rebound. 3 defensive rebounds. So that's the same as Jamal Murray. 3 assists. Had a baby steal. 1 little block. Turned it over once. Patrick Beverley's trash. He's just trash. He's a piece of crap. He sat there and said, well, they're doing all this flailing and shit, and Joker returned back with, what flailing? You guys went to the line 26 times. Let me see if that adds up here. Let me take a look, see if that's true. Free throws. 6. Let me take a look. So here's Kawhi Leonard went 6. Zubac went 7. Paul George went 3. So there's 16 right there. Harrell went 10 times to the free throw line. 10. Shut up, AT&T. This is not a sponsored podcast. Shut up. So you're going 26 out. And this goes back. I talked about this not that long ago. To where the Denver Nuggets don't get the same calls that other teams get. And that shows it right there. We lost 107 to 113 to the Clippers. Where, let's take a look here. 4, 10, 13, 20 points. 20 points came from free throws. Whereas the Nuggets went to the line 2, 6, 10 times. And 1, 4, 6, 8 points came from free throws. I mean, that doesn't help either. Those free throws. They get to the line almost 3 times more than we do in this game, and they win that game. So Patrick Beverley sit there and talk shit about flailing. I mean, come on, bro. Get your shit together. You guys were not better. You guys got lucky. Kawhi Leonard was not a good player yesterday. Kawhi Leonard didn't play like the Toronto Raptors Kawhi Leonard. He had that one good block with his middle finger yesterday. Turned the ball over 4 times. Only had, He had 23 points. You need more out of someone like Kawhi Leonard. But the 4 turnovers is what killed him. But here's what the big thing was that people aren't talking about. 14 defensive rebounds. They had 14 rebounds. So that's huge. Those should be rebounds on offensive rebounds for the Denver Nuggets. So just little things here that need to be tweaked to get that dub. And now at one point I sit there and watch the Clippers are better than the Denver Nuggets. I'm talking about during that game. I'm sitting there and like, this team is not good. But it's our shot selection, no rebounding. And that hurt. Is what it is, man. Is what it is. Clippers are up 2-1. But like I said before, Nuggets are a hard team to beat in 7 games. And they showed that first series. So, what do we say here? Only time will tell. We'll get him next time. We'll see him in a couple days. What is it? Today, the 8th. We'll probably see him the 9th. Also, the Lakers came back and won game 2 over the Rockets. I don't know why everyone thought the Rockets were just going to run away with this. I mean, you got LeBron James, who's won 3 championships. You got Anthony Davis, a hell of an athletics center. I mean, that's all you really need, right? Caruso's not going to help you. J.R. Smith is not. Kuzma's very, very inconsistent. I don't think the Rocket, and it doesn't help that Westbrook turned into Westbrick and was bricking everything. Was not making a shot. LeBron James was swatting everything out of his hands. That's going to be a very interesting season. It's an interesting series to see how this goes. Goes back and forth. How many points are going to be scored here and there and blah, blah, blah. Who's going to have the better defense? Because defense is going to win this series. And LeBron James brought the defense last game. They play tonight. What is this? What time does that say? 7 p.m. East Mountain Time. And the Heat versus Bucks. Heat could close it out tonight. Bucks probably without Giannis Antetokounmpo. It could be a wrap for the old Bucks. It's crazy they won that game in overtime without Giannis. There's no way they come back down 3-1 and win the series. There's not a way. I think the Heat close it out. They've been playing amazing. Same thing with them. I think they get to the line a whole lot more too. Let me check here. Was that Sunday? Let's take a look at the box score. That's what we do here. Let's take a look at facts. Free throws for the Heat. 6, 12, 19, 20. Let's go here. 13, 16, 19, 22. Pretty even. I just don't see. Anyways, I don't want to get started on that. NBA playoffs are obviously still full effect. Still a whole lot to watch. And still a lot to unpack here. So we're going to keep it going. Keep it moving from the NBA onto bigger and better things. College football. Same thing with the NFL. How is that going to look? How is this going to go? A lot of teams already played. Clemson will be playing this weekend. Oklahoma will be playing this weekend. Is Alabama playing this weekend? I think they play Georgia. No, who do they play? Let me pull that up here. There's a lot of shifting here, players. How's it at? Oh, there it is. Alabama has to play this weekend. Players? Take a schedule here. Florida State, Georgia Tech. Notre Dame plays Duke. Oklahoma plays Missouri State. Clemson plays Wake Forest. Alabama doesn't play that week? Week 3. Let me take a look at week 3. Where the hell are they? Alabama. Alabama. How do they do it? Roll Tide. Oh, they do Roll Tide Roll. This is really bothering the shit out of me that they're not like on here. This is really bothering the shit out of me. Because I think conference. SEC, where's it at? There it is. What the hell? No week 3 schedules. They don't play to week 4? Holy crap. Hold on, let me see this here. Hold on. I thought they had... Oh, shit. Yeah, week 4. They don't play to week 4. Holy crap. Alabama versus Missouri. Georgia versus Arkansas. They don't play to week 4? Damn, so Big 12, ACC are popping off this weekend. Alabama won't play for another couple weeks. Crazy, bro. What day is that? September 26th. Let's get a later start. I guess that's all right. It's okay with. I mean, I'm okay with that, right? Who's gonna win this year? That's what I'm gonna think about. Who's gonna win national champion? How does that work? Because there's talks that Pac-12 and Big Ten are gonna start a little bit later, possibly looking at December as far as starting goes. I think it's. I don't know how that all works out. I don't know who's gonna be a national champion. I mean, obviously Alabama's always a favorite. Clemson, I think, is a favorite. Who won it last year? It wasn't Clemson. LSU won it. Obviously, they're without a lot of stars. Big Coach O and them, obviously coming out of the SEC as well. Who do they play? LSU. They play Mississippi State. How are they ranked number 6? Really? Oklahoma's number 5. Spencer Rattler got named the starting quarterback at Oklahoma. If you guys don't know who Spencer Rattler is, look him up. The kid's a beast. The kid's got an arm. He's like Kyler Murray and Baker Mayfield rolled up into one. This kid has an arm, athleticism, very, very good. Out of Arizona, I believe. I think Tanner Mordecai was the projected starter before all this happened. I think he got hurt, so I think that's why Spencer Rattler's getting the dub. But you also have Charlie Rambo to throw to. No Kennedy Brooks. I think he went to. No, was it? Yeah, Kennedy Brooks got injured again. But you'll see. I mean, quarterback QBU, Oklahoma. They defense started picking up last year. We do lose Parnell Motley. Obviously, Kenneth Murray going to the Chargers, round 1. Which, by the way, they never bring up Kenneth Murray in Hard Knocks. I don't see him. Do you guys see him, or am I not paying attention? They never talked about him once. He was a first-round draft pick. They didn't talk about it at the moment on the Chargers on Hard Knocks. Really weird. But obviously, I think if you're looking at champion, someone to bring the championship home. If you're looking at anybody, the teams that are playing right away, you got to go Clemson. I think they're the favorites. And, as much as it hurts me to say that, you have Trevor Lawrence on your team, you always have a chance to win. Trevor Lawrence is one of the best quarterbacks we've ever seen. One of the best players we've ever seen in a long time, probably since Vince Young or Tim Tebow. Reggie Bush. One of the best players we've seen in a long, long time. He's a talent, man. That guy's a talent. And he's a good kid, smart kid, very well spoken. The kid's a total package. Goes in the draft next year, definitely going to go number 1. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with old Sunshine. But if you could pick a favorite right now, I think it's going to be Clemson. Can't pick Ohio State, no Wisconsin, no Oregon. You got to take off the players. So let me take a look. So who is there rankings, standings? There we go, rankings. Clemson, Ohio State. It goes Clemson, Alabama, Georgia, Oklahoma, LSU. No Penn State. No Ohio State. No Penn State. No Oregon. No Wisconsin. That's top 12. No Michigan. Top 15. No Minnesota. No Utah. No Iowa. It's pretty crazy. So we take a look at the play. They have Clemson now. So let's re-rank these. You go Clemson, Alabama, Georgia, Oklahoma, LSU, Florida, Notre Dame, Auburn, Texas A&M, Texas. That'd be like your top 10. I think is what you're looking at right there. Texas top 10. Bro, get out of here. I think Oklahoma has a chance to get out of the Big 12. Obviously, I think Oklahoma will win the Big 12 again. Now, what we have is that step after that. I don't know what it's gonna look like. Are we still gonna have playoffs? There's so many questions still have yet to be answered. I don't fucking know how to do it. If I'm gonna pick anybody, it's gonna be Clemson. Don't know why, but I'm picking Clemson. Although I want to pick Oklahoma, there's still we we still a lot we can. We got to replace Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts was a big leader. No Kennedy Brooks, no Parnell Martinez, no Kenneth Murray on defense, no CeeDee Lamb, of course. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Players, my head's spinning still. Fire and ice outside, and over the weekend, UFC popped off this weekend. I did not watch the fights. I was at a birthday party for a good friend of mine. Plus the Nuggets were on, and I just couldn't watch it. I was just like, dude, I needed a break. I needed a break from my sports, even though I love them. And plus the Nuggets kind of hurt my heart the first game, and I think they do better when I don't watch anyway. So then they won, and I watched yesterday, and look what happened. I don't think I'm gonna watch them tomorrow. But UFC Sakai versus Overeem sounded like Sakai was winning 4 rounds. And the 5th round ended up getting finished by Overeem. Overeem's a veteran, man. Trains out of Denver now, if I'm not mistaken. So that can mean a big deal. Big change in elevation, your conditioning, your cardio, obviously. And I think they've cleaned him up a little bit. But I think he's gotten better. He's gotten the bad. I mean, he had Rosenstruck beat for 4.9 rounds, and he ended up getting beat up in the last few seconds. Then he had that fight against Walt Davis, beat Walt Davis, and then he just had this fight against Sakai, ended up winning. So I think the next fight you see would probably be what? Overeem fight would probably be what, like Lewis maybe? Rosenstruck, you ready to beat Rosenstruck? Maybe he wants that one back. Probably Rosenstruck or Lewis is probably who you see next for him. But this weekend, let's not talk about the last week because I didn't watch it and I can't talk about it because I didn't watch it. But this weekend coming up, you have Angela Overkill Hill. The hell's a damn Angela Overkill Hill versus Michelle Watterson. You guys know how I love Angela Hill here on the podcast. Talk about her. She's a beast. She's a monster. This is gonna be a very good fight. Very underrated fight. I don't think it's being talked about enough. Michelle Watterson, big veteran, out of Team Jackson. Angela Hill out of San Diego. This is gonna be a tough fight to kind of decipher. A tough fight to pick. If I'm gonna pick anybody, they're both very durable. They both have good skill. The difference here will be the wrestling. I think it'll be the grappling. I think they both have a good stand-up. Very, very tough fight for me to pick. Let me take a look at the odds because that can make a difference in my pick here. Because I want to see where they have favorite going into this fight. I think it's Michelle Watterson. But I want to see how much she's favored. Let me take a look here. Plus 115 and minus 139. So it's close. Very close. I had to get this Angela Hill. I think Angela Hill has improved a lot. Michelle Watterson has taken some beatdowns, some surprising losses from Michelle Watterson's end. I don't think she'll be ready for Angela Overkill Hill. Angela Overkill Hill has been the more active fighter. I think she has the most reps. And I think she can get this dub by decision. I'm going Angela Overkill Hill, baby. There's also a couple other good fights on here. You have to watch Kamaworthy versus Ottman. Azatir's coming in undefeated. Kamaworthy last beat the Violent Bob Ross to kill one of my parlays. Azatir is actually the underdog going in undefeated against Kamaworthy. So a little bit of value there for you puppies. Roxanne Modafferi versus Andrea KGB Lee. Don't know how this fight's going to go. It all depends on what Modafferi we see. Modafferi can go in there, dominate a fight like she did against Macy Barber, then go out there and lose a fight like she did not that long ago. Modafferi's a big veteran, so you don't know what she's going to bring. Andrea KGB Lee has done well, improved very well. Great stand-up, good wrestling. I don't know who to pick here. Right now. Andrea Lee is the favorite by minus 305 Modafferi's plus 230 on big ass underdog. Mike Rodriguez versus Ed Herman. That's gonna be. I didn't even know that was on the card. Is it? Did I just skip over that? Yeah. Ed Herman versus Mike Rodriguez. You guys remember Mike Rodriguez not that long ago, a couple episodes ago, just bangers. Ed Herman could throw bangers. I'm giving you guys entertainment right now. If you guys don't like it, if you guys want to stay out there and fire and ice outside, be my guest. But I'm giving you heat for Saturday's fights. There's a lot going on Saturday, man. I don't know if I'm gonna be available Saturday. Sports, soccer starting up, Premier League starting up. Oh my God. I got to talk about that too. I just thought of something else I got to add to the agenda. I'm going to do a baby podcast on that. We'll do that. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be ready. Bobby Green versus Alan Patrick. Brock Weaver versus Frank Camacho. Brian Barberena versus Anthony Ivy. Who's the fight? Matt Schnell versus Tyson Knapp. That's the one. Flyweights, the little guys are going to throw these little fucking hands, man. Those little flyweight hands. Those quick hands. Some of these guys have a knockout. Tyson Knapp's a tough dude, but so is Matt Schnell. Matt Schnell was on like the MTV show. I can't remember what it's called. But he was on that. UEFA Nations Cup popped off this week. I'm going to pull that up because a lot of good matches happened this weekend. Leagues and cups. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Hold on. UEFA Nations League. There we go. Scores over the weekend. Armenia just beat Estonia 2-0. Georgia and North Macedonia just tied 1-1. I was just watching that before I got on. Belgium and Iceland are playing here pretty soon. Denmark and England will be playing here pretty soon. And then France versus Croatia is another banger going on. But over the weekend, let's see the scores. Monday. Notable scores. So I'm gonna go out. The Czech Republic lost to Scotland, 2-1. Italy beat Netherlands 1-0, and Norway smoked North Ireland. Paddy McNair scoring for Northern Ireland, former Manchester United. I think so. Maybe I'm blowing smoke out of my own ass. England beat Iceland 1-0 on a crazy penalty. I think that's what it was. Spain beat Ukraine 4-0. So that's something to watch out for. I want you guys to watch this because I don't know how long this is going to go for. I don't know when the next matchups are going to be. It'll tell me right here. Watch if I keep going. October 10th is what will pop off again after this week. You guys gotta watch this shit. It's on ESPN Plus. Remember, $5 a month for ESPN Plus. You get all this, smoke to put on the background when you're working at home. Put it on your phone. Watch a little bit of footsie. It's all good. But that's it, man. My head's still spinning. I still got a lot more to decompose. Obviously, I got to work on a baby podcast now. And then go check me out on Instagram, Sports Plus Life. Instagram and Twitter, MRAKACO. Instagram and Twitter, Sports Plus Life is a YouTube channel. Find me MRAKACO on Twitch.com. And that's it. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. Sorry I was very unprepared. It's fire and ice outside. My head's spinning. It's smoky outside. Then there's fire. And then Night King's knocking on my door. And then apparently I'm going to be part of a red wedding. Bill and Ted is coming out. So I don't know what's going on, guys. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you guys for sharing. Go ahead, hit the likes, hit the shares, subscribe. Help your brother out because obviously I'm going crazy. Thank you guys. I love you guys. Take care of yourselves. And don't forget to go out there and vote. And just be nice. All right? I'll holler at you guys.